78 Sports TV here. Salute to the mighty ldbc. Y'all smash the like button, hit the subscribe, turn on your notification bell so you'll be notified when I drop a new video. And if you're digging the video, please share this joint. All right, let's talk about it, man. Great news in the world of sports, great news in the world of humanity, period. Okay. And I just talked about this a couple of weeks back when I did a video about Isaiah Thomas and how Isaiah is acting like just a bitter broad with this Michael Jordan stuff, holding on to beefs for decades. Nobody got unalive. Nobody slept with nobody's wife. Nobody stole money from nobody's bank account. A bunch of grown men still beefing over some gossip. You know what I mean? And you know, I said in that video that I would love to see Isaiah bury the hatchet. I would love to see Michael Jordan and Charles Barkley, who were once friends, get back together and squash this nonsense. And just like that, like clockwork. Let's hear from Charles Barkley. He was on Mad Dog Russo's show. This is what Charles had to say.
Yeah, or is he still mad at you? What's going on? We always start there. What's up with Michael here? Any conversations with him at all? Or no?
We have a conversation. We're gonna get together and play golf as soon as basketball is over.
Wow, Charles, that's a big story. Because he was mad at you, and now so you got back together with him, and it's where you're gonna go hang out. Happy to hear that.
We're not like Prince William and Prince Harry. We always have a lot of love for each other. But we talked, actually, in the last probably 72 hours. We decided to get together and play golf as soon as basketball is over.
Wow, I'm very happy to hear that. He was or is he still mad at you? What's going on?
All right, so that's what Charles Barkley had to say. And I was so happy to hear that, man. Seriously, man, that made me feel great that these two brothers was able to put aside the differences. I understand his feelings get hurt and things of that nature, man. But life is too short to be holding grudges with people, especially people who care about you. You know what I'm saying? Real friends are hard to come by. You know what I mean? And we all need friends that's going to tell us the truth. Not friends that try to purposely hate on you or hurt your feelings, but people who are going to tell you the truth. Not kiss you behind and tell you what you want to hear, but people who are going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And I think Charles Barkley, you know what I'm saying, is one of those guys for Michael Jordan. I think Michael Jordan is one of those guys for Charles. So it was good to see him do that. And I think that as elders at this stage in their career, at this stage of their life, as elders in our community, they can lead by example and set the tone for a lot of these youngsters out here. You know what I mean? And I say it all the time. I get so tired of going to family reunions and family events and cousin such and auntie such and such ain't there, or if they do come, they ain't talking to this side of the family, and then you find out what it's about. It be the stupidest stuff, bro. It be some of the most childish stuff. Oh, you let my boyfriend in the house when I was 16 years old, and you knew I had somebody else down there with me, and you did it just on purpose. I'm like, what? 16? Ain't y'all like 65? Yeah, but she always been on. Listen, this is ridiculous. This is absolutely absurd that y'all still holding on to grudges like this and y'all family. But this is what happens, bro. Like conflict resolution is horrible. It's horrible in our community. You know what I'm saying? Now you can't make peace with everybody, but things that can be fixed, you'll sleep so much better at night. Not going to sleep angry, not harboring hatred. You know what I'm saying? Release all that nonsense from your spirit. You'll be better off. Now, as far as Isaiah Thomas go, I don't think nothing can save Isaiah. I hope I'm wrong, but Isaiah is just, he's so jealous of Michael Jordan. And it's not just the Dream Team stuff. Okay, it's not. He's dressing it up as the Dream Team stuff, but it's not, because Michael Jordan wasn't the only person who didn't want Isaiah on the Dream Team. Magic didn't want him. A lot of people didn't want Isaiah on the Dream Team because rumors, allegedly, Isaiah Thomas was talking crazy about people behind their back. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, who knows if that's true or not. But, you know, Magic and Isaiah squashed their beef after decades of being angry with each other, and that was a beautiful situation. I wish Isaiah would squash his issue he has with Michael Jordan. But like I said, a lot of it has to do with not just the Dream Team. It has to do with Isaiah being from Chicago and playing ball in Detroit. But Isaiah is a Chicago legend. And then when Michael Jordan comes in there, he takes over the town. You know what I'm saying? He's not from Chicago, but he's known for Chicago. Michael Jordan is the guy. When Michael Jordan rose to levels of superstar status beyond Isaiah Thomas, he was the dude in Chicago. And I think that I heard different stories. I don't know all the details because, I don't like repeating stuff if I don't know if it's true, but I heard different stuff. I heard that Isaiah tried to give Michael some game about Chicago and, kind of like befriend him. And Michael wasn't really with it. I don't know how true none of that stuff is. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, that was years ago. The grown men, these dudes are granddaddies now. I'm a granddaddy. So at this point, man, they gotta get past this. You know what I'm saying? All them guys, some of my favorite basketball players ever. Isaiah Thomas, Charles Barkley, Michael Jordan, of course, some of the greatest basketball players to ever live. So hopefully they can get past the nonsense and they can move forward. Uh, you know what I mean? And I think Magic Johnson will probably have to be the one to broker some type of peace. And mind you, they don't have to be friends. They don't have to be friends. Just get past the nonsense where you're not sneak dissing each other constantly. Well, I can't say each other because Michael don't really be talking about Isaiah, but Isaiah constantly takes digs at Michael for everything. It don't matter what it is. Isaiah is just, they could be asking Isaiah about popcorn. Isaiah, what's the best popcorn? What's your favorite popcorn? You like movie theater popcorn? You like old Redenbacher? What you like? Well, I heard a tale that Michael Jordan like over Redenbacher, and it's interesting to me because in Detroit, see everybody know in Chicago, you know, uh, 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 Garrett's popcorn. He should be liking Garrett's, but I heard Michael Jordan. I heard he like shut up, Isaiah. It don't matter what he talking about, he'll find a way. If you put Kevin Durant on the team, on those Bulls teams, Kevin Durant will win 6 championships. It's always some type of shot at MJ. And Michael Jordan don't never respond. You know what I'm saying? He never responds. He never. Now he might be. I'm sure he talk crazy behind the scenes, but he never let Isaiah see him sweat, man. But hopefully they squash the nonsense and get past it. I would love to see some sit downs with the legends to talk about today's game, talk about the old school versus today. I would love to see that, man. It's hard to do that when you got bitter people. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, make sure y'all check me out on Patreon. Anybody who rocks with me, supports the channel, make sure you check me out on Patreon. That's patreon.com/78 Sports TV. Patreon.com/78 Sports TV. Come on over there and get some of that good game. Join the community. I'm holler at y'all in a minute. We up out of here. Deuces.